Hey everyone, this is Mark at Short Action Customs. Today we're going to talk about the lovely topic of stuck cases in your resizing die. In this video we're going to talk about why they happen, how you can prevent it from happening, and then what to do if this happens and how to fix it. So let's talk about why you stick cases in your die. Typically, it's because there's not enough lubrication on the brass when you go do the sizing. What we like to do is make sure our brass is fully clean, and then we like to use a pretty liberal amount of lube on the brass for the first couple pieces. After that, there's enough lube in your die and on the next brass that you have coming that it shouldn't be a problem. So how do you get a stuck piece of brass out of your die? It's actually fairly simple. What we're going to do first is pull off the top cap assembly of our die, pull out the decapping pin and any other piece that goes in the top. We're then going to use a stuck case removal kit. This one's from RCBS, but Hornady, Redding, and some other companies make them. And then we're going to need a 201 drill and a 1/4-20 tap with a little tap handle. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to drill out your primer hole, we're going to tap it, and use the extractor kit to pull the stuck piece of brass out. It's actually a pretty simple process if you have the correct tools. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is, while the die is still in the Nexus press, I'm going to go ahead and take my die wrench, loosen up the knurled top cap assembly, and remove that from the die. Next, I'm going to loosen up the lock ring and remove that. And I'm going to take it to a vise so I can properly hold this while I do the drilling and tapping. Go ahead and take my die and secure it in a vise. I've got some padded jaws to protect the die. I'm going to grab my 201 thousandths drill bit, and I'm going to go ahead and drill out the primer hole. All right, I'm now going to grab my 1/4-20 tap, and I'm going to start tapping it. I'm actually going to add a little bit of cutting oil to it. All right, I've now tapped through the base of the cartridge. I'm going to remove that tap. I'm just going to go ahead and clean off my die. Now I'm going to reinstall it. I'm going to take my stuck case remover, which again is just a small cylindrical piece of metal that's got a counter bore, and it's got a 1/4-20 screw. And I'm going to set it on here, and I'm going to thread the screw into the bottom of the brass. I'm then going to take a 3/16 Allen wrench, and I'm going to make sure my die is nice and tight. And by tightening this screw, it's actually pulling the brass out of the die. And it should just kind of pop out of there and have minimal pressure, which is where we're at now. Oops. And there's our stuck case. I'm going to unthread it. And there we have it. By doing it this way, our die should not be damaged at all, and we can just clean it up and put it back in service. For more information about all of our reloading products, including our modular sizing die, go to ShortActionCustoms.com. Thank you for watching.